Assalamualaikum and welcome to Jan Sewing Solutions. Now I'm going to show you a number of frocks. They're all same design and same cut. They're all ready made but in a variation of different colors, and the purpose behind showing you this is I want to go on to make a two-colored version of the same frock. Now I've had lots and lots of people asking me that when you do the frill at the bottom of the hemline, do you cut it on a straight cut or do you cut it on a bias? Now majority of the time when I add a hem trim, I generally do it on a straight cut, because normally on a normal fabric a straight cut is perfectly fine, and a lot of the time I tend to use a lot of laces and so on, so because of that as well I tend to stick to cutting a straight cut hem and adding that as an extension. Now on these particular frocks and on a lot of other ready-mades, you get the bottom frill fabric that has been attached, and this is cut on a bias. So this particular piece, which is a 4-inch strip border that's been added on, is cut on a bias, and then it's had this extension added to it, and it's been underlined with this shimmery fabric. So I'm going to do an exact same replica, and I'm going to show you how to cut a continuous length of a bias cut, which should be easy. But the frock itself, on this particular frock, the gear on this is 7.5 meters, 7.5 yards. So you're looking at approximately 6.5 meters roughly of gear, which is a very, very wide gear. And the panels are 48 panels, and each of these panels is about 1/2 inch from the top, and it's about 6 inches from the bottom. So if you wanted to work this out in inches, then what you're doing is multiplying 6 by 48 and then dividing it by 40, and that should give you a figure for the meters. That's my mathematics for you. Okay, and then above is 1/2 inch, but then 24 inches you've got. This is a waist of about 28 inches, so there may be the odd one. It's slightly bit more than 1/2 inch on the waist, and then on the top is a princess cut, and these were actually padded, and that's another inquiry that I had to asking about how to insert or how to add these cups things. Okay, these particular customers, they've had me remove these, but in a lot of the ready-mades, just to give like a figure to the dress, there's an insert of on the inside of these, and that just gives it like an added definition. If you've got a small bust, then that's just a little bit of a boost. Okay, so on these particular ones, what I've done is added sleeves, and I used silk because there is another layer like a jacket, which is like with this one there's a pink jacket, and then these are in multiple colors, so they're for 4 sisters. This one has a blue jacket, and then this one has a pink jacket, exactly all same, but then they've just been done in variations, and I'm hoping to actually do a double color one, so whenever I get around to it, you will see me making a 2-color. That's a request that I had, but I'm going to try and base it on the design of these. Now I'm not going to make it, or shall I make it an adult version? The only problem is making it for an adult version, it sort of I don't tend to have anybody wearing it. I know my family members wouldn't wear frocks of this nature, and so I feel a little bit reluctant to make it for the adults, and therefore instead of making it for adults, I tend to make it for Inaya instead. So who knows, I'll see whether to make it for an adult or whether to make it an Inaya size. Inaya, what do you think we should do? Shall we make one for you, or shall we make one for Nita Babu? She's shrugging her shoulders, so she hasn't got a reply for me. If I make it for an adult size, then I'll be using these and teaching you how to insert these in as well. And if I make it for Inaya's size, then obviously that's not required. So we shall wait and see what happens. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a guideline for you, that these have the added frill, which is cut on a bias, but then on occasions we just cut it on a straight. So if you want to try something out which looks like this, and if you're willing to invest in the time and effort in making one, then join me on Jan Sewing Solutions, where I will go on to teach you how to make one. Hopefully we can outdo these and make it better. So we shall wait and see. Only time will tell.
Can I put something on for you?
Do you want to put something on for me? What
Yeah.
do you want to put on for me?
On this?
Not yet.
After you've done that, can we watch this? Can you
Not
just